Hey guys, welcome back to the EA Sports FC 24 Stevenage career mode. A new episode, of course, a new season waiting ahead of us. This is going to be a big episode. Somehow we survived the first season with the promotion, with the automatic promotion. Of course, what's even sweeter is to bag that trophy into our club for the first time in a while, if I do my homework correctly. So, again, we've been promoted to the championship. So, our budget, it's more than before, but of course it's different because we had the financial takeover thing going on last season, which allow us to sign 3 top scouts in the world. But this time it's going to be different because we're going to use that 11 million on actually genuine players. We're not going to sign another youth scout or anybody, and instead this season or this transfer window, majority is going to be pretty much signing real players that we have been wanting to sign. So looking at the squad hub, I know it's only July 1st, which means quite a lot of players are on the verge of leaving the club. Of course, a lot of them are returning to the parent club if they are a lonely player. Sam Kerr is one of them. Feeney is another one of them. Clark from Liverpool will be returning to Liverpool the next day. And also we have, who else? I think that's it, right? I think that's it. So yeah, and this career mode this season is going to be filled with a lot of signings because 11 million, we have a lot to work with. And of course, a lot of players are leaving as well. And certainly some of them are pretty much signed a pre-agreement contract with another club, and also a lot of them being released by the end of the season, which means that we are going to have a little bit of problem in terms of the squad size. But you know what, that is fine because we quite have a bunch of youngsters are ready to be promoted, and most importantly, that 11 million will be spent very wisely in the transfer market. Do you guys remember these transfer hubs, these transfer shortlisted players? I certainly don't remember, but of course, Lennon Miller, it's going to be our first signing of the season, and of course, I've been wanting to sign him since in the last career mode, but because with the whole complication of players do not want to relocate to another country, or even some of them are prohibited with a loan because the contract is simply too short to be able to do that. So finally, we're able to do this on Lennon Miller. I thought, you know what, we're not going to get him at all. And we have officially signed a player who has, the greatest growth in the squad with 25, 26 or something like that. And he will be the first signing. Of course, the whole revelation of the club is pretty much trying to revolve around the midfield area and also the defensive area as well. And I know there are a bunch of players have left the club already or about to leave the club. But you know what we love to do in this career mode is to spend the money, is to sign players as soon as possible, try to get the business done as soon as possible so we can have a pretty much a good squad, the squad that we're going to use with in the preseason, so we're able to allow them to build some chemistry amongst all of them. So we signed another player, Mobami, I think that's how you pronounce the guy's name, a center back from Bayern Leverkusen, and later on we have turned into a German goalkeeper, Stuttgart goalkeeper Seaman. I think this is how you pronounce his name. Dennis Seaman will be signing with the club, and the funny thing is, 2 of them. Lennon Miller and also Seaman, both of them, they have a very, very cheap budget. I mean, they earn less than $1,000. So you know what, which perfectly fits with our budget. Of course, we don't want to overspend on one player, and also we do not want to pay more than they expect to. And this is another signing that we secure. Mensa, of course, a AI generated player. And he is going to be the striker for the team, the new striker wearing number 27. The good thing is he is a left-footed player, which works perfectly if he is being employed as the left striker. So looking at a few players, and the good thing is all of them, Monome right here, showing great potential. Lennon Miller showing great potential. Dennis Seaman showing great potential. And guess what? In the end, we have Isaac Mensah, the Ghanaian striker, has that something special. So hopefully he is definitely going to live up to that expectation, and I assume him is going to be one of the best strikers in the world. But looking at this part of the video here, so a lot of players have left the club already. I just sim one day, boom, at least 10 players have left the club, whether you're lonely or players who has been with the club. We received an offer for Smith, and we're gonna keep Smith. It's gonna be leaving the club as well. Same as Presley. I think he just signed for the club last season. And apparently, Cincinnati FC wanted to sign him, but you know what? Sometimes they give you prompts that saying how much you should be signing this player or selling this player for. And if I feel like there should be a bigger margin, I would negotiate with the team. And of course, trying to sell Presley for 1.05 million for him. So I think it's going to be a good deal, and this is going to be another revelation signing. Paul Werner. I don't think Warner. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Vanner. I think I'll call him Vanner instead of Warner. Vanner. I think Vanner is his German name. So every W you just gotta pronounce it as the V way. So Vanner will be the latest signing. I'm sure he is probably one of the best signings that we made right there. Central attacking midfielder. We are going to upgrade a lot of positions as well. Kobe is a Cabby, Manor, I don't know how to pronounce his name. Manu. I think that's the way how you pronounce his name. If not, I'm gonna check my translator later. But he is going to be another latest signing, another central defensive midfielder being signed, which means there's one thing. Harvey White will be still staying in the club, but Christian Moore will be heading away. So we signed another 2 players, Kobe Manor, showing great potential, and Paul Vanner right here, an exciting prospect, central attacking midfielder. And right now we have 3 central attacking midfielder in the area, which means Thompson is very likely to go. Ben Thompson, the central attacking midfielder from England, will be leaving the club very soon to Bristol City. I believe Bristol City currently in the League 1 position. I don't think they were promoted at all, but we signed him. We're going to sell him for 800K. Again, very good business for us. And you know what? The more signings that we made, which means there are more players going out as well. Another player is Nick Freeman, 63 rated, 28-year-old. And I thought, you know what? I decided to sell him as well, 422K. Pretty good money for him. Thompson has gone. Presley has gone as well. That's pretty much a total of around 1-something million. And currently with the budget of 5.2 million to work with. And I'm sure we can definitely use that money on somewhere else. And we suddenly received an offer for Ashby Hammond. But the thing is, if you guys know that I've signed a goalkeeper, which means the backup goalkeeper or the other goalkeepers are not going to be in the squad, and I think this is a big upgrade, despite it's only 2 rating difference between Ashby Hammond and also Seaman. Again, I think Seaman has a much higher ceiling than Hammond, so I decided to sell the latter instead. We received an offer for Reese Hannum for, I don't know, a few 100K, and later on Mora with a transfer offer of 480K. Unfortunately, his rating didn't quite go up the way how I wanted to be, despite with a 7 rating upgrade. And looking at this as a starting 11 that we have, looking very, very good. So Hannum has been sold. Mora has been sold as well. Our first youth academy player being promoted has been sold, and right now we have arrived to the what do you call it, the European friendlies, however you called it. So we lost the first one. Honestly, it doesn't really matter to me, if I'm being honest. All we have to do is pretty much sim these games and able to sell a few more players and buy a few more players if we can. And that also concluded the friendlies. I don't think we won a single game, which is fine. Right now, arriving in August, we received the monthly Academy Award again. We apparently for some reason we're still signing a lot of good young players as well. I feel like after renewing the scouting criteria, I think the players that we get is much better. Look at Arthur Bruce right there. From potential 81 to 94, Lewis Williamson looking very good. Barry Smith looking very good as well. Unfortunately, Lucas Nicholson couldn't really quite make it. Gordon McKay looking very good. I mean, if I don't use all of them, which is fine, they can be a commodity. They can be selling assets for us and potentially adding more funds into the squad, and use those funds to sign much better players that we want to. So another Irish scouting report that we have here, unfortunately, I don't think any of them would make it, but pretty much we have arrived to the first games of the season against Watford away from home. But looking at the youth academy right here, I mean, pretty much we're well stacked at the moment. And I feel like, you know what? I feel like some of them needs to be promoted, despite not all of them are quite ready yet. It's still take around 2 or 3 months to see whether if they're fit for the squad or not. But release a couple of players, and this is the time where I've decided to call up to promote some of the youngsters who I think they're ready to go. First one is Riley Kirk, 61 rated. We indeed need another right back right here. Sam Curtis has gone. We still have James Wilden in the squad, but I feel like I'm going for the gut feeling. Riley Kirk looking very, very good. Next one, Douglas Lockhart right here, 17-year-old Scottish international, potential international, 63 rated, will be called up. And another player will be Jack Hyde right here, 65 rated with a potential 84 to 94. I mean, this guy certainly looking very, very good. I mean, some of these central attacking midfielders that we have in the squad, they were supposed to be a winger, but we're not playing any wingers in our formation. So decided to switch them up a little bit, convert into a position where we're using. The thing is, right now we have 3 central attacking midfielders, which means that I wasn't thinking about letting Roberts go. I was thinking about having him to be, the backup or the rotational central attacking midfielder. I don't think we're going to do that. Apparently, we have Hyde, Jack Hyde, and also Paul Vanner at the moment. So I don't think we need Roberts at the moment. But, the next thing I know, we are short. We are very short in the center back area. So we have turned to a youngster called Kairodai or something like that, a central center back. And we also think about signing another Scottish center back, Leon King, but unfortunately he costs way too much for us. So I decided to end the negotiation. There's no rush. I can always sign for another player. Another central midfielder we're signing is Lewis Miley right here. He can play across the whole diamond, CDM, CM, and also CAM as well. So, but was able to sign him for 2.15 million. It's such a bargain. And of course, I tend to negotiate every player in this career mode because every penny count. If we somehow get a 50k discount on certain players, I would definitely take that. So, Kairodia, I think that's how you pronounce his name. Fabio Kairodia, it's our latest center back signing, and also Lewis Miley is another one as well, which means right now all the position pretty much sorted except the center back, and also we can probably upgrade one of our striker before the start of the season. But looking at the table here, 24 teams in the championship. All of them are looking to get a Premier League spot by the end of this season. Of course, I don't expect us to be promoted in the first game. I don't expect that at all, and I wouldn't even mind if we have to stay another extra season in the championship. Make sure the players that we sign, the young players that we sign, are going to mature. They're going to learn in order to be in the Premier League. Of course, if we somehow ended up in the Premier League next season, that would be a big, big plus. But at the same time, guys, I'm telling you, if we don't get promoted in this season and we somehow fall short with the playoff spot, I am okay with that. I wouldn't be too disappointed with that because, again, we have a young squad. We're going to nurture the team. We're going to nurture every youngsters in the team eventually. So these players are going to come good at one point. So I wouldn't even mind staying one more season. Again, we still have a big squad. All of them are young. Eventually, they're going to go very good. 10 minutes in, here comes Mensah scoring the first goal for us in the championship. Who would have thought the new sign that we have, the guy who has the potential to be special, turns out to score our first goal in the championship. And unfortunately, we're playing against Watford again. A pretty strong side, considerably, in the championship. Again, defensively, we're still lacking. I'm not going to be as upset as before. But still, defensive-wise, we can still improve in a lot of ways. And here comes Watford, 22nd minute in. Here comes Ba on the left-hand side. Somehow finds Kone, and this is the most annoying part of the game where you just put so much body in front of the shot. and somehow the ball just kind of ricochets everywhere. And of course, how unlucky it would be. The ball just kind of landed right in front of the opposition player. But look at this ball right there by Wofford. What a great pass, and most importantly, a great finish as well. And unfortunately, we have to take the big first L in the first game, which is fine. I'm okay with it. I'm calm about losing this game because it's going to happen. This is a young team. We're not going to be as experienced as the other team so far in the championship. But like I said, eventually we will learn in terms of how fast. We don't know. But I'm sure one day our team will come good. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in a bit.